Hello from Safonovo. This is a podcast Pigeon of Peace where we do discuss awesome skills of troubleshooters. Watch, listen, and check the description below for the details. Let's talk about osteopathy and let's start with the definition.
Osteopathy is a pseudoscientific system of alternative medicine, how to cure joints, how to reflect muscles, tissues, and bones. It consists from well-developed system from exercise, which could be performed by the osteopath, special person. Sometimes it has even medical education, but anyway, it is going to just ослабить, облегчить, to
Loose
relieve,
or lease
or to relieve,
or relief.
or to relieve some pains in the body, especially in the back, especially in the legs, in the heads. For example, if you are a sportsman and you playing big tennis, then you will stretching half of the body and you will also curve it. How to say it?
Bend it,
Swift?
bend it,
You will
swift,
bend it,
twist.
twist it. Uh-huh. For example, if you are playing box, then sometime you will you will caught some hard strikes, and maybe you will feel some pain in your neck or maybe in your wrist. So you need also to make some exercise. By the way, osteopathy is oftenly is mixed with homeopathy and also, I don't know how to say, uh, needle therapy.
Would say so, yeah, like a middle therapy. And if let's say if someone get injured or like a hurt or like maybe it was like a old stretch, and when we speak about the person who actually will be getting hands on body, and you mentioned that like sometimes they do have a medicine education, so there should be certain restrictions of how they should operate with the body because probably one of the movement and they actually can like crack something or maybe make irreversible changes. So what should be, yeah, and I'm thinking like, should we speak about licenses or not? But what should be, I would say, the precautions for this person who is just going to heal someone to do in order to get everything right?
There is a thought in the people minds that conditions of the bones and joints could reflect to the mindset and to the well-being. So those people are well known in the crowds, and they even could be accused to get to the table, and then you will lay and then you will explain what happened to you. Usually those people, osteopaths, will ask you, for example, come from 5 to uh, 10 times. So they will explain that nothing could be done in very fast mode. So you should be in a complex process of healing, and the body will integrate unit of mind, body, and spirit. Then they would press on some buttons. They would bend your body to switch on self-regulatory mechanism, have it the inherent capacity to defend, repair, and remodel themselves. Then, yes, you're quite right. Sometimes they would put high pressure on some joints and it would be very painful, and even you maybe would scream and they would say, oh, come on, now it would be painful part. For example, inhale and be prepared. And yes, sometimes it could be even damaging practice if the osteopath would be very enthusiastic. I also have several osteopaths, and I often send people to them. For example, if some people have problem with neck after sitting before air condition, or after some people have problem with their I don't know how to say baka sides
Sites, yeah.
sides, for example, while driving in a very cold car, and it would be people which are will say, "Oh, come on, I couldn't leave, I couldn't think, I just have so much pain," and I would send them to such specialist, and in several hours it would be a great relief and people would behave as usual. But you know what's problem? If you start to heal with this specialist, you will have the same problem each year or each season. So they just deal with symptoms, not by the roots.
Yeah, sometimes or somehow it actually seems like it's like a subscription. The moment you canceled, like you get all of the problems back. And when we speak about the environment, like, okay, let's say we have a patient, we have their body, we have their problem, but do you need, as the osteopath, specific equipment like a furniture or maybe, like even specific devices or maybe some like a liquids or balsams or anything like that in order to do whatever you plan to do more or less successfully?
Yes, sometimes you will be given some advices. For example, to hang yourself on I don't know how to say to bar, turnik.
Bar, yeah.
To hang yourself, thank you, on the bar. Or maybe you will be given advice to take several tennis balls and put them on the floor and then lay on it. Or maybe you will be asked to buy some kind of magic pillow containing some weeds or maybe seeds, and it would help to sleep or to stay or even to sit. Also, as I told before, maybe you will meet combination of osteopathy with something else, and you will be given some small pills, some small needles, some small exercise. I don't know how to say. For example, there is also some small trainers. For example, if you have some pain in the joint of jaw, you will be given Chinese-made rubber or maybe plastic trainer, and you should put it in your mouth and press one side or another side to grow some muscles on one side. Or maybe you will be given special instrument to bend with your hand. Or maybe you'll given rubber I don't know how to say, rubber band, and you will be put this on the door locker, and then you will try to make some movements to to make your muscles work under the pressure, and it would support, it would protect you from further problems which could occur because you have not enough movement in your life.
Well, and sometimes I do believe, especially I spent like a last year on Bali, it seems that there is either a trend or maybe it's like a specific segment of people. So those like who call themselves osteopath, they also would tap into the spiritual part of it, like saying, okay, like there is something wrong with your soul. Here's my vision, how exactly I can not only hear your body, but probably, like touch on the mental aspect. So is it a part of this osteopathy or maybe just, like a trend because, like everyone wants to build a nice package to milk someone and get more money because like they just will say a couple of smart words, couple of like smart gestures, and person using placebo effect or anything like that actually like could walk away more happy.
You know, there is a sentence which I like a lot. It calls like pseudoscientific dogma or pseudoscientific drama. A lot of people convert themselves from clerks, from white collars, to the people who deal with numbers, astrology, and also osteopathic. You know, if you will learn like 200 tricks how to bend joints, you could be a perfect osteopath, because if you're a kind person, if you smile, if you look pretty, then everything would go in well. Yes, you use the right word, placebo. Some people, they want not the treatment or some kind of tissue pressure. They need an attention, and they will evaluate your ability to listen. For example, if you will go to Bali or Thailand, there would be even some ceremony. You will be given ginger tea or maybe ginger cookies, and then you will be wrapped by some leaves. And sometimes those procedures could last from 2 to 6 hours. And if you will take just usual one, for example, on the night market on Bangkok, you will be meeting just osteopath who deals with legs and arms. They would just slightly wash your hands and arms, and then would make like 20 or 50 swift in movements, and suddenly you will feel the relief. But you will used to it. So a lot of people who work hard, they go to such places 2-3 times per week, and they couldn't live without it. It's like it's became like a strong habit.
And then my last question will be how knowing about osteopathy could help to make this world a better place.
Osteopathy is not a bad thing by itself, but to believe in it very deeply and by heart, it's quite dangerous. Sometimes I told people to go to doctors with diploma, and suddenly I met some kind of protection, and people will say, "Oh, come on, you don't need to doctors. They have queues, they have request for documents, and they quite hard. I don't know how to say черствый, rude.
I would say rude or like dry or heartless.
Yes, correct. They heartless. Yes, correct. They heartless and dry. So they have no feelings. Yes, because if you are working as a doctor, you know what to do, and some small dramas for people who break their finger or to have some stretch, they don't bother because they see them a lot. By the way, we have with my wife dentistry, and the darkest jokes are made by chirurgists, surgeons. They
Surgeons.
have so black humor. When you will listen for the very first, I don't know, months, you will see, wow, how dark they souls. But then you will used to it. But osteopaths, they are usually quite light person, like bulbs. They are trying to be sunny, nice and friendly because it's their bread and butter.
And we review the skill of osteopathy and how it could be helpful for you. Stay in peace.